Let's play a game. Imagine having to choose between two scenarios. In the first, you're given $1 billion, but you only have 1 week to live and enjoy it. In the second, you're given just $10,000, but you have 60 years to use it however you'd like. Which would you choose? Most people, when they really think about it, would go with the second option. Because what's the point of having all the money in the world if you don't have the time to enjoy it? And just like that, you already have your answer. Time is more valuable than money. But here's the crazy part. So many people walk around every day thinking they're poor. They see the flashy cars, the big houses, and the fancy vacations on Instagram and feel like they're falling behind. Maybe you felt this way too. But what if I told you that you're not poor at all? In fact, you're richer than Warren Buffett himself. Yes, the Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. How is that possible? Stick around, and by the end of this, you'll not only understand why, but you'll also feel like the wealthiest person alive. Here's the thing about money. It's just a tool. It's not an end goal. It's a means to an end. And while Warren Buffett has more money than most of us could ever imagine, there's one thing he doesn't have: time. At 93 years old, Buffett has built an empire worth over $120 billion. But let's be real. How much of that can he truly enjoy now? This is where you come in. You might not have billions in your bank account, but you have something infinitely more valuable: time. You're younger, healthier, and you have decades ahead of you to build, create, and live. And that, my friend, makes you far richer than you realize. Let's pause for a moment and really think about this. Time is the one resource that's truly finite. You can always earn more money, but you can't earn more time. Once a day is gone, it's gone forever. And yet, so many people waste their time chasing after things that don't matter, while ignoring the incredible opportunity they have right in front of them. Imagine this. Warren Buffett could walk into any luxury car dealership in the world and buy a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, or whatever he wanted without even thinking twice. But could he buy back the years he spent building his fortune? Could he buy the energy and vitality of his 20s or 30s? No amount of money can do that. Now compare that to your life. Even if you don't have much money right now, you have time. You have the freedom to make choices, take risks, and invest in your future. And the best part? Time is the great equalizer. Whether you're a billionaire or someone just starting out, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's how you use those hours that makes the difference. Now let's talk about Warren Buffett for a moment. People look at him and think, wow, he must have always been rich. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Buffett started investing at the age of 11, but his real wealth didn't come until much later in life. In fact, 99% of his fortune was earned after he turned 50. Let that sink in for a moment. Why is this important? Because it shows the power of consistency and compounding. Buffett didn't get rich overnight. He got rich by making small, smart decisions consistently over decades. And guess what? You can do the exact same thing. Here's an example. Let's say you start investing just $10 a day. That's about $300 a month. If you invest that money in an index fund that earns an average annual return of 10%, the historical average for the stock market, here's what happens. After 10 years, you'll have around $57,000. After 20 years, that grows to $226,000. And after 40 years, over $1.5 million, all from just $10 a day. Think about that. The small decisions you make today can transform your future in ways you can't even imagine. And unlike Warren Buffett, you have the advantage of starting earlier, which means your money has even more time to grow. Let's flip the scenario for a moment. Instead of focusing on what you don't have, let's talk about what you do have. You have time, which means you have potential. And potential is the foundation of wealth. Think about it this way. Warren Buffett's $120 billion might seem like an impossible amount of money to reach, but it's not. It's the result of decades of investing, compounding, and reinvesting. If you start now and stay consistent, you can achieve incredible wealth too. And here's the best part. You don't need to start with billions or even millions. You just need to start. Imagine if you took all the time you spend scrolling through social media, binge watching Netflix, or shopping for things you don't need and redirected it toward learning about investing, building a side hustle, or developing a skill. The possibilities are endless. And the return on that investment? Priceless. Now let's dig into a few real-world examples to help you fully grasp this concept. Imagine two people, Veronica and Alex. Both are 25 years old and earn the same salary. Veronica spends her evenings learning a new skill online, let's say coding. Alex, on the other hand, spends his evenings playing video games. By the time they're 30, Veronica has not only improved her skills, but has also doubled her salary because she landed a higher-paying job. And Alex? He's still earning the same amount. Now multiply that scenario by 10 years, 20 years, or even 40 years. The difference in their financial situations would be astronomical, and it all comes down to how they use their time. Another example, think about the entrepreneurs who built successful businesses from scratch. People like Oprah Winfrey, who started as a news anchor, or Elon Musk, who co-founded PayPal before going on to build Tesla and SpaceX. These individuals didn't start out with billions. They used their time to learn, build, and grow. And that's something you can do too. And here's the big reveal. The secret to building wealth isn't about how much money you have. It's about how you use your time. Time is the most valuable asset you'll ever own. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can start building the life you want. But here's the catch. Time is also the most wasted resource. Too many people let their days slip away thinking they'll start tomorrow or figure it out later. But the truth is, every day you wait is a day you'll never get back. And even though a day may seem like nothing, the days add up, becoming weeks, months, and years. Think about it. Every beginning of the year, you make good resolutions that you never achieve. Have you ever asked yourself why? Because don't you give it the right amount of time? That's why the best time to start is not the next month. It's not tomorrow, but it's right now. Now I have a challenge for you. Starting today, you're going to stop thinking of yourself as poor. Because you're not. You're rich in time, potential, and opportunities. And if you use those resources wisely, you'll build a future that's even better than Warren Buffett's. Take a moment to think about how you're spending your time right now. Are you investing it in things that will pay off in the long run? Or are you wasting it on things that don't really matter? The choice is yours, and the power is in your hands. This isn't about comparing yourself to Warren Buffett. It's about realizing your own worth and potential. You have the time, the ability, and the opportunity to create a life that's truly rich, in every sense of the word. So stop doubting yourself, stop making excuses, and start taking action. Remember, you're not poor. You're rich beyond measure. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you can start living the life you've always dreamed of. And if you now want to use real wealth, that is time. To build wealth in terms of money, you can watch many other videos on this channel or in the playlist that will appear in a few seconds at the bottom left. See you soon.